What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Longhouse for another episode with Beard of the North. And here I have one of the meanest motherfuckers in the whole community.
Don't you talk about me like that, you big meanie.
This guy right here, biggest dick I have ever met.
What can I say? What can I say? I've built quite the reputation for myself.
He has.
I can't help it.
Everybody welcome Cory from Weatherbeard to the Longhouse.
Yeah, it's fun to be here. Glad to be here. It's going to be a good time hanging out tonight.
Yeah, I hope so. Sit here and shoot the shit and talk a bunch of shit.
Whatever we want to, man. Whatever we want. The floor is open. Anybody in the audience tonight that has questions, please feel free to engage in the conversation. Drop any questions that you have for me or Dan, or if you just want to tell both of us that we look really good tonight. Whatever you want to throw out there, we'll take it. And yeah, I love the interaction. I'm no stranger to going live. For the people that are in here, they know I pretty much go live every single day on Instagram. So the interaction really helps. If you're live and there's no one to talk to because everyone's there watching, but no one's talking to you, it does get a little bit awkward.
And yeah, because you got to try and think of what the fuck you want to talk about.
Yeah, I'm just going to talk to this camera until someone says something.
Yeah, you see that message pop up and be like, okay, I got something to go off now.
Yeah. Building conversations here. What's going on, everybody?
Let's see.
Wearing some smoked cherry.
Hey, this guy was here. Said he was first.
I got it.
Good for him.
Everybody to the point. I was here for my own show.
What's going on, Russ? Damien, how you doing, sir?
Damien.
Curtis. Loving the samples for you.
Heck yeah, man. One of the best sample kits in the game per people that are buying it. That they just say they love the packaging, the presentation. Comes with the discount code in it, and it's got a good variety of stuff. We cover all the grounds with our mainline scents, so
can't complain. How you doing, Ellie? It's nice to see you. Mr. Ken, it's starting to warm up here, so I won't be able to give you shit anymore about living in Hawaii.
Yeah, it's been warming up here lately too, man. We live in like Tornado Alley though, so man, it's crazy. Like right back behind me, I actually have, you probably can't even see it, but right over in this area, there's a staircase that goes down into a basement. And it's just a storm basement that was built onto the house. It's a little room, and just to keep safe. It was Hannah's grandparents' home before we bought it. Yep. And we've already had to go into that thing like 4 times in the last year because there was like tornado watches and warnings and stuff in our area. I'm like, man, I don't like this, but I do like living where I'm at. It's very nice to be here, kind of out in a rural area, unbothered, just chilling.
Yeah. Well, where you guys are at, like you said, you're in Tornado Alley. I have to worry about a tornado maybe once, maybe twice a year. Where you got it like once or twice a month.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I don't know. You live out on the West Coast, you get earthquakes. You live in like on the coast of an ocean. Most of the time you're looking at hurricanes down in Florida and stuff. It's like, well, what do you want? Tornadoes, hurricanes, or earthquakes?
Right. Pick your poison.
Is there a peaceful place to live? I mean, I don't remember having a lot of bad weather up in Ohio, but it just got really cold. It freaking got so cold.
Yeah. How you doing, Chris? Good to see you, sir.
What's up, Chris?
Vato, you motherfucker. Oh. Hey, Dagan. Good to see you, sir. Thanks for stopping in. Nicholas, always good to see you, sir. Kevin Henderson. New one.
What's going on, man?
Good to see you. Thank you for stopping in, sir.
Kevin, are you one of my customers, or did you just find Dan through the community? I was kind of wondering. I need to bring this sticker back.
How you doing, Taft?
It's pretty cool.
Oh. So yeah, like we were saying, it's for me, it's always freezing ass cold. But during the summertime, we have tornadoes now and then. I've been through a few of them. But the other part of it is like you said, out on the West Coast, you got the earthquakes. The East Coast or in the South, you got hurricanes and stuff. But also in those areas, you have certain small critters or animals that can kill you just as easily as the weather.
Yeah.
Where here in Minnesota, I mean, up north, sure, we got bears and wolves and stuff, but in the southern part where I'm at, there, maybe if you're unlucky enough to have a black widow or a brown recluse in your house.
Definitely an unlucky thing to have a black widow in your house, for sure. Yeah, actually, whenever we visited Hannah's brother out in California, I think it was 2019, we flew out there, and literally the day that we left, we were in the air and a 6.5 earthquake shook their house so hard that like stuff was falling off of shelves and things like that. I was like, man, that's just crazy. I'm glad we were in the air when that thing happened, because I've never been in an actual earthquake that like shook a house. So
right,
that'd be crazy.
Yeah, I've never had to experience an earthquake. I've really, the only places I've visited, like the surrounding states of Minnesota and Florida, and that's it.
Okay.
I don't care to see any of the rest of the country.
I like my house. It's good enough.
Yep, exactly.
I hear you. I do find it funny that it's Weatherbeard being on your stream tonight, and here we are talking about weather.
And how you doing, Mark?
What's up, Mark?
And he found through what looks like Daniel and on TikTok.
Okay. Nice, man.
Yeah, TikTok.
I talk with Mr. Daniel the Bearded pretty much every single day. So,
well, you said you got that.
I have a private chat IG group. Yeah, I got a group of owners. It's me, Nate from Johnny Ray, Sean from 8-Bit, and Daniel from Grindstone. I mean, I could add more owners in there that I'm friends with. A lot of us guys talk, but I just felt like we all had like a very similar mindset, and we didn't have any qualms about sharing inside information with each other. You know, where we get our sourcing from, things that we're trying on our website, you know, maybe marketing strategies we saw some other company implement, just kind of bouncing ideas off of each other. Yep. 2 is better than 1, 4 is better than 2. The more people you get brainstorming, you know, we can really all kind of elevate one another. So,
well, it's better to look at it that way and help each other out versus, no, you're competition. I'm not going to. No. You know,
I don't view them as competition at all, because all of our target audiences is more about our branding than the product that we're offering. Right. It's like Nike makes hoodies, but so does Champion brand, or so does, you know,
Adidas.
You can get hoodies at Hot Topic. You know, it's still a hoodie and it's going to keep you warm. It's just the thing that's connecting the person to the hoodie or the product. So, you know, Daniel's got the blue collar guys. I feel like Johnny Ray is more of like a clean, minimalist, GQ kind of upscale type brand. And then Sean's got that retro, nostalgic video gaming. And here I am, like outdoors. So
your outdoor camping stuff.
Yeah. Hiking, backpacking, that kind of stuff. So we're likely having a little bit of customer overlap just because we're all in the same community and we're posting on IG and working with people on YouTube. But the vast majority of what I sell is people on Google. People find me through Facebook ads. People find me at local craft shows or, you know, gift shops, barber shops that I sell at that have never even heard of these other brands, you know? Right. So yeah, it's an infinite amount of every day people are growing a beard for the first time and they need to know how to take care of it. So there's so many freaking opportunities for us to sell products to people. It's no point in nipping at one another and trying to keep all of our company secrets, you know? So like, yeah.
How you doing, Wiley? Good to see you, sir. And we got Mr. Dad Joke. How you doing, Chris?
Yeah.
What was this? In Tennessee, it's getting where tornado warnings are getting more and more. Yeah, the weather has been up and down. Like for us, a week ago, we're looking below 30 in the 20s to the teens, even drop below zero for a couple of days.
Wow.
Monday, Tuesday, it's going to be 70 and 80.
Yeah, that's about how it is here lately. We've been in the 60s up to, like, I think we hit 80. I think I was in my car yesterday. I turned it on and the car registered 93 degrees outside, which is, I think it was like a record for that day in Tennessee. Mother Nature's high AF.
Bipolar. Yeah, Ellie's exactly right. It's bipolar because I like a gradual change. Yeah. I like it to go from, the 30s and 40s gradually into the 50s to 60s over a week period, 2 week period. Then we can get into the higher. Whereas when I'm going from 30 to 50 to 70 to 80,
yeah,
all within like a week.
Yeah, like you have days where I'll cut my heat on in the morning because the house is chilly, and then I'll have to turn the air conditioner on to cool it off in the evening. Like, man, come on.
I had to do that this morning when in the truck. The daughter and I were heading into town, and I had to have the heat on because it was chilly out this morning, and 2 hours later, I had to turn it off and turn the AC on because it was too damn hot in the truck.
Yeah.
What's going on, Travis?
How
you doing, sir? And we got Mark Brown. Good to see you, sir. Happy you're in here. Weather has definitely been crazy everywhere. Yeah. It's one of those things where I know when I talk to my brother about it and stuff, he's a big like conspiracy theorist. And a lot of the stuff I talk with him about, I'm just as guilty of believing in it too. But when he gets into like weather manipulation by the government and stuff, sometimes I'm kind of like,
well, I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of like evidence and things that could point to cause and effect to some level of like things that are changing the environment slightly here and there that can create conditions for certain weather. But yeah, I don't know. They got a lot of technology and things that we have no idea about. I mean, I'm definitely a firm believer in a lot of that stuff. You look back at like the Jetsons cartoons, and they already had like FaceTime. They freaking had telehealth where they were talking to doctors on TVs. They had teleschool where you could learn remotely from a television or a computer.
Yep.
And it was all just, oh, that's a crazy idea. But it's like, here we are. So I feel like they're always years and years and years ahead of what the public has any access to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe that. I mean, you look at how many Simpsons predictions have been true.
Right.
Kind of thing. That shit.
For sure. Well, I've got a little surprise that I'd like to bring out since we're about to hit the 15-minute mark. But that is for everybody that is in this chat. I think it shows 19 of you guys on my screen that are hanging out here. If you guys go to weatherbeardsupply.com, you can add any oil, balm, butter, wash, conditioner, or sample kit. And for every one of those products that you purchase, you can get a free bottle of beard oil using the code BOTN. So if you buy a butter, you can add an oil to your cart, use BOTN, the oil's free. If you buy 2 butters, you can add 2 oils to your cart. Both of the oils will be free with that BOTN code. Just wanted to let you guys know that. So if you need some wash, some conditioner, you want to try out a sample kit and snag an extra unscented oil or something to go with it, oils are the only thing that will be added on for free using the code. You can't get a free wash or a butter or balm or anything. So just wanted to extend that to you guys. I know that this isn't typically a show where we're talking about products and promotions, but Dan didn't even ask me to do that. I just said, hey, nope. I know we have a small crowd here hanging out, some loyal followers, and I want to offer you guys that deal if you need anything, of course.
That is mighty nice of Cory. Remember what I said about the whole meanest fucker in the game? He brought it down just a little bit.
True to form.
How you doing, Nate? Good to see you, sir.
Johnny Ray. What's up, Nate?
And we got Gary. How you doing, sir? So yeah, everybody,
What's up, man?
from what I understand, that means you could go and add a butter, a wash, a conditioner, all that stuff, sample kit, and for everything you add in, you can add a free oil per one of those.
Yep, that's how it works. Every time you buy a product, you can go add an oil to that product and use BOTN, and the oil will be free.
So if
There
you
you go.
want to if you want some Weatherbeard stuff, tonight would be the night to do it.
Mm-hmm.
BOTN for the code at checkout. That's cool.
I
Thank you,
got a
Cory.
feeling tonight's gonna be good. We won't get into that, but yeah, it's a good night.
What's going on, TV? And LVNA. That's a new one. It's a new one. Good to see you. Thank you for stopping in.
Welcome.
I think Gary knows who they are.
G-Lou. Hopefully G-Lou is doing well, man. Finally not having to deal with all the ins and outs of running this thing and taking a break and disconnecting and recharging and all those good things.
Yep. Kind of like he explained it in a live, I think, was just to get away from social media and drama that seems to follow him.
Definitely.
What's going on, Diablo? How you doing, sir? But yeah, it's one of those nights.
It's all good, man.
It was a long ass day today. What did you do today?
A whole lot of nothing, really. I mean, whenever I got up, I'm actually learning. This is really random, but I'm learning a new skill. So I paid for a course recently that is going to teach me how to be an affiliate marketer of high ticket sales. I don't have to be an influencer or anything. I don't have to get online and have a YouTube channel. And then, building a social platform will definitely help because it's going to be like organic reach depending on what I choose to go into. But essentially, it's like you're an affiliate for high ticket items. That way, the commissions that you get kickbacks on are higher. So when I got up this morning, I spent about an hour and a half at my shop while Hannah was on her computer working on who knows what, all the emails and different things. We did just add Chicago combs to our website. That is something she's got on there. So feel free to snag a comb if you don't have one already. Grab yourself a carbon fiber comb. We've got 3 models for short, medium, and longer beards. But yeah, I watched probably about an hour and a half of that, came home, ate lunch, watched another 1 hour segment of that show and then, or the training. And yeah, so yeah, there you go, Chris. That's pretty much what I did. I spent probably 2 to 3 hours of my day just consuming content. And then I played a couple of video games just to recharge, get my mind out of the logical side and more into the fun, brain numbing side. And then I cooked some supper. We had steak, sweet potatoes, and Brussels sprouts.
Nice.
Heck yeah.
How you doing, Chris? You can fuck yourself.
I didn't say that, Chris. He did. Okay.
Yep, I did.
That's right. And he owns it. He's very proud of that.
Get ready to watch you awesome dudes. Well, I appreciate that, Ellie. Very nice of you. I would be sleeping. Be sleeping. I actually fell asleep on the couch. I set an alarm this time.
Yeah.
So
that way you didn't have the cops called on you. That's good.
Exactly. I didn't want it called on me again. So I set an alarm, and yeah, I mean, I was gonna take the kid to daycare today because I thought she had daycare today. Got to the facility, and it was all dark and the doors were locked. And I went, fuck. Well, being it's Good Friday, they're closed.
Oh,
And I went, well, that kind of shit.
this is not a good Friday now. I was trying to have a good Friday.
What's going on, Mike? But because my whole day was, I was going to take my brother over to Albert Lee. It's a city about half an hour, 45 minutes away from me. I used to work there. He's going to get a new truck because the one he has right now is on its last leg and he's afraid to drive it anywhere. So we were going, I was going to take him over there and help him out because actually Becky, my wife, works there. And one of our friends works there and he's a salesman and stuff. And the nice thing about those salesmen at that place that we go to, they don't work off commission. So they don't try to like lick your asshole and make you feel good to get more money out of you.
Right.
So we were there. I actually had to I went to my town. I had to go all the way down into Iowa to get tobacco because it's like $15 cheaper down there. Drive back up, pick up my brother, drive back up to Blue Earth, my town, because I had to switch out some of my tax stuff and get that dealt with. Then drive all the way to Albert Lee.
Oh my gosh.
We were there. We were there for, I think we got there about 11 and we didn't leave till like 3:30, 4 o'clock.
Dang, dude.
And it might have been longer because they were telling him that he wasn't going to be able to leave with the truck because he forgot to bring a check. Ooh. So it was, if you want, the DJ was like, well, you take me back to Blue Earth, I'll get a check, you bring me back here and I can get the truck. And I'm like, that's like fucking hour one way. I don't want to do that.
For sure, yeah.
So Becky actually wrote out a check from us and gave it to him. He went to Blue Earth, got a cashier's check, brought it to me, and she's going to take it to work with her on Monday and get it all sorted out.
That just sounds like a big conundrum.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Then we got home, and luckily we had cooked pulled pork in one of our crock pots. We had pulled pork and some ranch fries and some corn.
Okay.
Fucking delicious.
That sounds epic.
And then I fell asleep on the couch.
Protein and carbs. Let's go. Pulled pork, though, man. We have recently gotten into these boneless beef ribs that they sell at Walmart. And my mother-in-law literally lives next door to us, and she crock pots those things for the whole day while we're at work. And, man, they're just amazing. They're affordable and something new delicious. That we haven't really cooked a whole lot of throughout our marriage, but current favorite video game, Mario Kart 8. Dang, there's 8 of those now.
I think there might even be more than that. I think.
Wow, it's been a while. The
last Mario Kart I played was on the Super Nintendo.
Oh yeah. So. Did you know about the cheat code you could use on that to shrink all your guys and like race in mini mode?
Nope.
Yeah, there was a code when you're in the character select screen. There was like a thing you could enter, and it would make everybody shrink like they ate one of the little mushrooms or whatever. You'd race in mini mode. Yeah, that was crazy.
But I'm sorry I interrupted you. What you were saying?
No. You're good. I was just answering Ellie. I said that my favorite game is League of Legends because it's really the only one that I play. I don't have a TV or any systems or anything, so I just play online. It's free to play. It's fast paced. It's always something different every game. I like that. I like something that like keeps me super engaged in what's happening. So
my favorite one happens to be League of Legends right now too, and Cory and I play it together.
Yeah.
And if you have never heard Cory say the word fuck, I have had the pleasure of hearing that.
And Dan would probably be one of the only ones. And it's the game. It's the game that brought it out of me. I just be like, happy trees.
It is epic, I will tell you that. I
That's
have
funny, though.
proof that it is fucking funny as shit.
Everybody's got to have a toxic side. You can't be all sunshine and rainbows all the time.
And his toxic side comes out in that game when we're not doing very good.
I'll just like start all chatting. I'll just type to everybody, be like, you guys all suck.
Yes.
Ha, ha, ha.
Yes, he does. We'll be in the comms, and he won't say a word to me, but I can hear him typing away on the keyboard, and I can see.
Like, everybody just give up. This team is terrible.
Quit. You guys all suck.
Uninstall. Oh, it's great.
It is funny. It is hilarious. Yeah, Chris, I know, judging by how many jokes you make about that, I'm sure you do it quite often.
Oh, goodness. Next topic. It's disturbing.
It's hard to beat The Last of Us. I never played The Last of Us, so I don't know what to say on it. I've heard it's a really great game. I just never got into it.
Thank you for any of you guys that are on the website using that BOTN code. Definitely helps, and hopefully the code helps you guys out too. If you've ever wanted to try a Weatherbeard, or you're like, hey, I wonder what those 3 new scents are like, snag them up. Every product you buy that's beard related, oil, balm, butter, wash, conditioner, sample kit, you can add a free oil of your choice and use the code BOTN.
Share this out, everybody. Kind of get some other people in here. Let them know about that too. So then some other people can get some good stuff from Cory.
It's a win-win, man.
I don't ask for people to share my show out very often, so
sharing is caring, my friend.
I ask nothing of you people. Nothing. So do me this solid.
Share it out, man. Share it out.
And still you show up.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I love all you fuckers for it.
Yeah, man, it's pretty cool to have like a loyal crowd. Every time I go live on IG, there's like certain people I can always count on to be there, and it just lifts my spirits. Even though I know, like, yeah, these same people are gonna come. It's like, those are my people. That's freaking awesome.
But they're your people.
I always get Ellie. I always get Damian Mason. I get Mark Stutzman, Mr. Beards and Vinyl, Dave Rudy. He's always popping in there. So,
Chris, how much have you been drinking tonight? Jesus fuck. I think this is supposed to say every time you use Dan's code, a Justin Bieber fan cries.
Yeah, just use the code. It'll make some Bieber fan cry.
Attaboy, Ken. Attaboy. I actually had a beer tonight too. I haven't drank a beer in a long time, but after we were done at the car place and my brother went and got that check and came back here, he brought a couple beers and we sat and drank and had supper and stuff and hung out for a while.
There you go, man.
So that was nice.
Just chilling.
Ellie, I really hope not. I don't want to have to ban you from my channel.
No comment, Ellie. No comment.
That better be a ha-ha funny joke.
No. For all seriousness, though, this is a little unknown fact about me, and I know you guys talk about music quite a bit. Whenever I was in high school, keep in mind, this is like 16 to 18 years ago, whatever it is. I was kind of into that like emo scene whenever all that was popular. But then I also listened to like a lot of indie pop, like acoustic, folksy, like hipster music, I guess.
Hipster music.
Yeah, hipster music, And then by the time that I turned 18, I was like a singer-songwriter at that point. I got my first guitar, learned a couple chords, learned Wonderwall, first song. And then it's like, okay, well, this is not too bad. You can buy a capo and then like all these other songs can be played in these same chords. So I started learning cover songs and eventually, I was singing like Justin Bieber stuff acoustically because that was right when he had first started, and it was a big thing with all the girls. They're like, "Oh my God, he's so cute." And I'm like, "Well, maybe if I could sing his songs, they'll think the same thing about me."
Maybe I can get my dick wet
Like,
too.
hey, I'll sing Justin Bieber music, but I sang all kinds of like acoustic. Like City in Color was one of my favorite bands to play acoustically. Mr. Dallas Green. You had like Death Cab for Cutie playing Jack Johnson and Jason Mraz and stuff like that. But
Cory was also into metal.
I was. Especially like the Christian death metal scene. It went from like the scene emo music, like just the straight up emo bands like Under Oath and Sleeping with Sirens, and it became like the screamo, and then it got into the metal, and then I had like scene friends, but I also had kids that were in the metalhead group. So I was like, okay, if it's music, I can get down with it, I can get down with it. I got friends in both. We all played hacky sack, so I guess that was our commonality. But maybe they're band kids or gamers, and they just didn't care. Things were different back in the day. I don't even know what these Gen Z kids are going through now, like with the way things are. But yeah, a lot of my musical taste back then was vastly different than now. And metalcore, grindcore, all of it, just the death metal, black metal. I listened to a lot of it. I can't say that I like remember a ton of the songs, and I could remember like names of bands, but I wasn't like a diehard. Yeah, I'm a metal fan, and I collect all the albums, and I know all the discographies and who produced it. I was never into music like that. It's just like, this is a cool song, like Job for a Cowboy, Entombment of a Machine, right?
Yeah, buddy.
Bree, 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 gur, gur, bree, bree, a machine. That's basically what it says. So I that was like the one song from them, and I didn't really listen to many others. So there were all those one hit songs from certain bands that just everybody knows because it became the popular one. But yeah, I listened to a lot of that heavy stuff back in high school. I had a system in my car, and I could just rattle the whole parking lot when I came in the morning, just blasting My Children, My Bride, or like With Blood Comes Cleansing, or something like that.
See, I knew there was something about Cory that it brought us together.
I got a little bit of metal in me, so yeah.
Do you listen to any at all now?
Not really, not actively. In fact, I'm really like, I go through weird phases with music now. Like, so I really don't listen to any lyrical music. For the most part, the things that I choose to listen to are instrumentals, like chill hop or something like that, like a lo-fi mix. There's all kinds of those, or sometimes I'm just feeling like if I'm on my laptop chilling, I'll listen to like coffee shop ambiance music where it's like smooth jazz with like rain on the windows and stuff. I don't even know what's going on. It's like the sound. But one of my favorite, I got the voice of an angel. Yeah.
Voice of an angel.
I actually have a guitar I would play, but I don't even think the thing's in tune right now. I haven't touched that thing in so long. And my fingers would hurt. But yeah, what Ellie just said, hand pan music. That's I don't know why I'm into that, but it's a vibe. I don't know. To me, it's like if wind chimes were played on a percussion instrument. That's what it sounds like.
I've listened to hand pan music. A really good friend of mine that actually was my tattoo artist and stuff, he had a hand pan and he could play it. And it was really cool. Awesome. And I mean, the way you could change the sound depending on where you had it even.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was like, listen to this, and he'd play it like normal. And then he would put the sleeve jacket on it and play it, and it would sound different. If you put it in water and play it in water, it sounds different. And
that's really cool. I've never personally heard it like in a concert. I've never seen someone play live. But on YouTube, I guess because I listen to like meditation, chill hop type stuff where it's just like calming, it recommended other meditation music. And this channel called Yatao Music, Yatao. He's one of the really, really big, hand pan players in the world. He's very, very well known in that community. He's got like over 1 million subscribers or something, I think.
Yep.
And he does like guest music. He'll have people come on and play like a didgeridoo while he plays the handpan, or like just all odd off the wall instruments you don't really see a whole lot of. And it's just really cool. I don't know. It's just fun to watch it. Just like watching them and how you can hit that pan and it'll go woo, and you can like wave your hand over it, make it go woo.
You can really manipulate it in a cool way.
Yeah, that was super cool.
Smooth jazz baby making music.
Smooth jazz. 60% of the time, it works every time. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. I got to be part of a slow jazz song and a rap song recently.
Oh, yeah.
And all against my will. I had no idea it was being done.
True story. I know that he wouldn't have approved. But yeah, man, that type of music is really cool. What I really look for nowadays in music isn't so much to get me like amped up. It's the opposite. Like I want to listen to things that mellow me out. Like I'll listen to just white noise or like ocean waves or fireplace crackling. Like I said, the rain on the window with like coffee shop sounds.
No.
Just stuff like that. I don't know. I'm trying to unwind rather than get wound up. Like when I was a teenager and I was a skateboarder, it was always like live fast, die young, man. Jump off of a set of stairs, smash a guitar, run through the neighborhood, tearing things up. Just CKY, jackass mode. It's like I always listen to that music that just had me on edge. Like, yeah, now I'm working so much and constantly doing things that are stimulating me. I'm like, I want to be like mellowed out the best that I can.
You don't voluntarily listen to like elevator music, do you?
No.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
From that smooth jazz rap thing, like I said, I didn't know it was being done until it was done, and then I found it so damn funny that it just could not be done.
Yeah, can you imagine being somebody that's not in the community that just happened to see that as an ad? I think it was said best just the other day. It's like, that would have been one of the best ads ever created for a beard product, because it's just like, okay, this serious looking, like big bearded metal guy blowing out smoke. Oh, what's this? Some background music? Oh, okay, it's animated. Oh my God, he's rapping. He's rapping about a new scent profile. You're like, that was crazy, Oh, the skateboard video. I don't have any of me actually skating, but you guys want to see something that actually has some metal music laid over the top of it? Open up. Well, you can't do it now because you're here on YouTube watching this. But if you go to YouTube and you type in Cory's Arm, Corys, Cory's Arm, not with an E. I am actually the #1 video on YouTube when you search that. I'm at the top. It's about 57 seconds long, and my right arm, which is where I got this scar. I don't even know if you guys can see that because of my light, but I broke my arm in half. I had a surgery. See that scar? I broke both my radius and my ulna completely in half. I'm in the hospital wearing a red shirt that had like chocolate skateboard brand on it. I'm on the cell phone with my buddy Josh, and I'm telling him like, dude, I freaking broke my arm in half. I'm in the ER. He's like, nah. So my buddy, he had a weak stomach, and he was the one that was videoing me. So he started going, he would just look at me and he's like, ugh. Oh, dude, stop. He's like, stop messing around with your arm. Quit waving it around. But he's the one taking the video. So instead of him making all those sounds, he just edited it to have like metal music over me going, like licking my broke arm and like waving it in the air. But yeah, it's not for the people with a weak stomach, man. You'll see it like, ooh.
I'll have to go check that out.
Yeah, yeah, it's crazy. Cory's Arm is all that you have to put in on YouTube.
Wow. I had no idea.
Yeah, broke it clean in half when I was 16 years old. I went up the ramp to do a trick. So this is my ramp. I go up, put my board over, and then I roll back down. That's it. You just go up and over and you roll back down. It's called a rock to fakie if you're not a skateboarder. And whenever I did my rock and I was going back into fakie, where the trucks are at, the middle of the bolt that holds the truck onto the skateboard caught the railing that was on the end of the ramp. And when it did, my board just stopped. Like it locked up. It didn't roll over and go back down with me. It stopped. I went straight back like this right here. I just swung my arm back and stiff armed the ground out of about 3 feet in the air, 3 to 4 feet. Just all that weight went right on a stiff arm. I was just doing the Heisman, like hit the ground, snapped in half. I looked down immediately and I just screamed. I just told all my buddies, I'm like, oh! Just screaming. And my buddy Clay, he's like covered his face, like, oh my God, I'm going to throw up. Quit. Put that behind your back, And then my other friend, he's like, hey, calm down, man. Calm down. It's okay. Just don't breathe all weird. You're going to get yourself dizzy and worked up. Just stay calm. I'll take you to the ER. And then, of course, you got the one friend who's making fun of the friend that's helping me. Cory, yeah, just stay calm, man. Like, I remember it like it was yesterday, dude. That sound that it made, it literally in my ear sounded the same as if I went out and just took a branch out of my yard and just snapped a stick in half. It was like in my ear. I'm like, oh, that broke. Yep, it's broken.
Yeah, it's broke.
It's in half. Holy crap. There's no bone coming out of my skin. I think if there would have been bone visible out of my skin, I probably would have fainted. I don't think I could have kept it together, but that arm, I literally was using a tech deck skateboard as a ramp on my arm because it was broken. Hey, rock to breaky. There you go, Mark. That's good, man.
See, Cory was wild in the day.
I was, man. I lived it up. Me and my friend group were some wild and crazy kids, man. We got into some stuff.
I never got into the skateboarding and stuff like that when I was younger. I did some BMX stuff, but
okay. That was always a lot harder to me than skateboarding because it's just so heavy.
Skateboarding was a lot harder because I had shit balance. I couldn't do that.
But, yeah, I feel you, man. It just kind of – so this is the way that I've always been. If I'm not naturally good at something or excel at it, I just quit. Like I don't follow through with trying to pursue it as something that I'd like to do. I mean, first I have to have interest in it, but if I start to try it and I realize like, nah, this is like super hard and it's not coming naturally to me, I usually don't do it, which is why I go live all the time. It's just natural to me. Yeah. Or if I played guitar, I literally picked up a guitar and within 1 week I already learned how to play Wonderwall. Like I learned all the chords. It was just like, okay, I can do this. It's not super hard. I didn't need to have any lessons other than a YouTube video. And I got started writing songs, it just came to me. And I'm like, but if you were to ask me right now to develop a skill of like, I don't know, going outside and doing some work on my car, changing out a catalytic converter, there's just no freaking way. Like I would just, it's not the way that I'm geared. I'm not mechanically minded like that. But the creative stuff seems to really come to me, like writing music and creating scent profiles and names and stuff like that. So,
yeah.
But
Wiley.
16 years ago. Subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss future. But yeah, I hope I don't end up on that channel again, man. Man. But yeah, I went through a lot of musical taste changes. I even got into like the video gaming scene really high out of high school. So I started kind of my journey into the emo and the metal. And then I started skateboarding and I started hanging with the skater kids. And then the skater kids were friends with the gamer kids, or they were like kind of intertwined. So then I got into the gaming community probably between like 16 to 19 years old. And I actually played like arcade style fighter games.
Oh, like Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter.
Street Fighter, Marvel versus Capcom was a really big one that we played. But I ended up actually getting a fight stick, like a freaking plug-in arcade stick that you can plug into your Xbox. I loved playing that game. But we actually, me and my guys, we went to a game shop that was in Paducah, Kentucky, and actually got sponsored to play these style of games. We held tournaments. We got to travel to like Louisville, Kentucky. We got to go up to Nashville. I actually placed 6th place in a Marvel versus Capcom tournament in an amateur. It's like pre-pro play.
Yep.
And I think there was like 35 people there that were in the tournament. I ended up getting 6th. So I was like, hey, that's pretty good against freaking people who are really good at the game.
Yeah.
But
that's pretty cool.
I was good at it, so I just did it. Like the video games. Again, if I find a game to be difficult, or like I'm done. Like if I can't just breeze through it and win and get what I want, usually I'm pretty frustrated. So,
but yet you still play League.
I do play League because it's something that I believe that I am good at, but I also
suck at.
Well, I don't suck at it. I don't think that I suck. I think the reason why I am the rank that I am is because I like having fun and just doing random stuff more than I care about being really, really, really good at the game.
Right.
I don't think that I'm like diamond or platinum or like maybe even diamond and above. I think that if I took the game seriously, I could probably get to platinum. I could probably pass through gold if I was dead serious about it. But then it's like, what's the point of making it to gold, man? You still realize you're not even halfway up the ladder and you still suck. Like it doesn't matter. But yeah, that's the reason why I don't like get super serious on that game. There's no ending to that game.
No, there isn't.
So I don't have to beat it,
Ready to Rumble boxing. I played Ready to Rumble.
Oh, dude, Ready to Rumble. Wow. That was like Nintendo 64, wasn't it?
Yep.
Heck, freaking yeah. Had the dude with the big afro.
Yep.
I just remember the skinny dude with the big afro. I loved playing him because I could relate. I'm like, I'm a skinny guy. I'm this little dude. That's crazy.
I didn't really play backyard wrestling. I played a lot of the WCW and WWF games, but
yeah, I think I had WCW versus NWO, the Nintendo 64 game, dude. It was like, wow, that takes me so far back. Like that was probably when I was like 9 or 10, maybe 8, 9, somewhere in that area. Dang.
Good to see you made it home, Travis.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep, PlayStation 2. I was on that too.
PlayStation.
Well, PlayStation 2 was one of the best consoles ever created.
Okay.
And because I have owned pretty much every console except for the new generation ones now, the Xbox and the PS5. I don't have either of them. I never got a Dreamcast.
Yeah, I don't think we ever got Dreamcast either. We did have a Sega Game Gear. We had the Sega Genesis.
Yep, I had a Genesis. I have a Genesis
I passed
now.
by the other one. I did get the Cube or whatever it was. The
GameCube.
Yeah, the GameCube. I had that. We had a Wii. I can't remember how far we got. I think we stopped at like Xbox 360 and Wii and all that kind of stuff was really when we were getting past the gaming systems and kind of moving on into our adulthood kind of thing.
Actually, I mean, I collect the retro systems, so I have.
Oh, nice.
I have an NES. My dad had an Intellivision 2800 that I played when I was really young.
Yeah,
and unfortunately, it stopped working because it was basically died of old age.
Yeah,
I would have kept that, and I would have kept that in a freaking glass case. But he ended up throwing it away, and then I have an NES, I have a Super Nintendo, I have a Sega Genesis, I have a Nintendo 64. I have all the good stuff. I never got a Jaguar.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't even think I ever heard of that one.
Panasonic 3DO. I think that's old Atari shit.
I don't think I remember that.
Or like the ColecoVision. Yeah. Yep. Oh yeah, the good old days. I still now and then I'll pull out the Sega Genesis and play like Shinobi or Contra. I enjoy all that stuff. Play some Super Mario
man.
World.
Wow.
Plug the old
Contra. That's been
Super
a while.
Nintendo in and play some Super Mario World, and yeah, it brings you back to sitting in the basement. And I have a basement that would reminisce from back when my childhood.
Yeah.
I even bought an old tube TV to play.
I remember whenever I just lost my train of thought so hard right there. You were saying something, and I'm like, oh, I want to piggyback off what he just said. And then I opened my mouth, and it just left my brain. Oh, it had to do with the basement. It just came back just like that. So my brother, and my stepbrother all shared a bedroom that was just the basement of this house. Like all three of our beds are in that one room. So we had all the gaming systems. We had a ping pong table. We had a pool table. It was freaking awesome, man. Like those were the years that I look back on now, and I'm like, man, I'm in like late middle school, early high school. All my brothers were still all sharing a room, freaking gaming and playing ping pong and pool and having friends over, and like, man, those right there were the good old days. You had like no responsibility. You don't have a job yet. You just freaking having fun.
All your day consists of whatever the fuck you can get into.
Yeah, exactly.
The carefree days. So my daughter now at 4 years old is, I can't wait to get bigger like mommy and daddy and stuff. And I look at her, I'm like, no, you don't. No, you don't.
I promise you, you will regret it instantly.
Ow. So let's reiterate the code for people. So we're getting close to.
Yeah. So one last time for the 22 of you guys that are in here, until midnight tonight, Central Time, which we got 2 more hours. If you guys want to add any of our beard oils, balms, butters, wash, conditioner, or sample kits, anything that you are going to put into your beard, you can buy any of those. And for every product that you buy, you can add an oil to your cart and use the code BOTN at checkout. And all of the oils that you added to those products you originally bought will be free. So you can buy an oil, get an oil. Buy a butter, get an oil. Buy a wash, get an oil. There you go.
Buy all 3 and get 3 free oils.
That's right. Just for people that are in here.
That's pretty fucking hell of a deal, people. So
it's the best deal that we've ran this entire year thus far. Let's put it that way. It's literally
I got to be a part of it.
That's right. It's our biggest sale of the year. Like we haven't even sent out an email or nothing about getting a deal like that.
And no, I did not talk to Cory about it previously. He told me about it when we were in the green room. And no, I don't. It's not an affiliate code. I am not an affiliate with Cory or anything. This is just something special that he wanted to run for the channel while we were doing this.
Yep. Making sure if anybody needed a restock or just wanted to try some of our new scents, we did just release, Orchard Breeze, Saddle Creek, and Desert Dusk. They're all more cologne style scents. And if you guys are into that, that's a good chance to try it. So
there you go.
Boom, boom, pow. That's right.
See, I'm not cool enough to be an affiliate with Cory. Not
yet.
I don't stand up to the standards yet. So hopefully I can butter him up by carrying his ass some more on League of Legends, and maybe he'll just.
That's right. You get me up a couple ranks, and then I'll hire you on.
So do you got any plans for the Easter weekend, sir?
As of right now, no plans really, other than just continuing to learn like I have been. And we are just some fun things to leave you guys with tonight since we're about to hop off. We are going to have spray cologne available very soon. I think probably within the next month and a half. I would just give at least that long, probably about a month and a half. I can't put an exact date on it. We just received the bottles. We're getting sample labels sent to us right now. And once we get those sample labels, we see how they look in person on the bottle. Then we have to order the labels. Then I got to bottle everything up, create the listing, all that stuff. But yeah, I'm thinking month and a half. And we're going to have 50 milliliter spray colognes. And we're also going to have 10 milliliter spray colognes that we're going to call our travel spray. And then we're also, next week, we're going to be releasing individual beard oil samples for sale. They'll be $5.99 for the 5 ml samples that come in our sample kit. So that way, if you want to only try 2 or 3 instead of committing to the whole kit, you can also just like pick the ones you think you're going to like the most. So,
there you go.
But those are 2 things that are coming up: colognes, samples. And that's really about it. Honestly, I feel like my focus as an owner really shifted late last year into what I wanted 2023 to be. And that is not doing like limiteds and seasonals and scent drops and constantly trying to have the greatest new thing. I would rather just take what I have, say, I have a really strong, awesome group of products here, and there's a lot to choose from. And I'm not going to like FOMO people into buying it. Right. So I just really wanted to focus on building more inventory ahead of time so that I could take a couple of months to do nothing but just learn marketing, promoting the products that I already sell that are already awesome, instead of having to say, hey, we're doing a scent that's even better than the last one. And, oh, we just went up to our last scent and this one's so much better. You know, just like eventually I feel like that plays itself out to a degree, unless you just have a really niche audience that are into collecting things like that. Most of the people that I sell to are still beard balm people, and we know how the community at large feels about beard balm. So yeah, that's really like my resolution is I'm going to offer more products, but in the same sense as I already have, instead of creating new scents and new names. Just say, all right, well, if I'm going to do anything, it's going to be like a cologne. And then I'll go from that, maybe like a deodorant. But It's all just going to be how much I can handle. Because I don't ever want to get people into buying from me because of the next thing that's coming out. You know, like I just want them to be like, hey, Weatherbeard is my beard oil. I like this smell. And when I run out of beard oil, I'm going to buy more Weatherbeard because it works for me and I like it.
There you go.
So those are the people we're tending to. But yeah, nothing super exciting coming up. Just like I said, learning more about high ticket affiliate marketing and, you know, how I can maybe work that in as a side hustle to Weatherbeard, which is funny. Weatherbeard used to be my side hustle. Now it's my main thing. So it's like, if I learn any new skills, it's now my side hustle to my own business.
Side hustle to your side hustle.
Cool. Yeah. So I just want to learn more skills. I mean, if anything, I can at least extract some marketing value out of this course that I can use towards my own business. But
there you go.
That's about all we got.
How you doing, Sean? Good to see you, sir. And we got Camo Cam too. How you doing, Camo?
Camo Cam.
Well, I mean, that's a good way to look at it. Why not focus on the products you do have instead of always trying to have the new thing.
The new thing, the next thing. And then like even companies, I mean, I'm not like, it's not disrespecting anybody, but it's like when you start having like a different blend or like this, but now we have this alternate blend and it's even better than the last one. Like you're trying to always like one up yourself, right? Like you think that our old one was good. Now we have a whole new blend and we're just changing things all the time. And like, I want to have a brand that, like, if you held it in your hand, you could say, I could totally see this sitting on the shelf of like a Target or like an outdoor store. If I walked into Cabela's, I could see this. This is very well branded. It's all the same theme. It looks very clean and minimal. And that's kind of what I want out of my brand, you know.
There you go.
Just to have it have that cohesiveness.
Yeah. What style of bottle is the cologne going to be in?
It's actually, I wish that I had it with me. So it's going to come in a tall, square based. So it's going to be like a rectangle up and down, but square in shape, obviously. So it's almost like I don't even know what you'd call that, but it's a rectangular cube. And then it has the spritzer on top. It's not like a really wide, like the Detroit grooming style bottle, but blown up into a cologne. I don't have that. But anyway, travel spray is going to be the same way. It's going to be tall, thin, just square base, tall rectangular bottle with a black spray cap. We're doing a 2-sided label. So on the back side of the cologne, you'll actually be able to see all the juice and what you're spraying. But on the front side, you'll see like the name, the scent profile. And then on the side of the bottle, it's like a really cool layout of how the scent, like what the scent is and all the notes that are contained in it. So my wife,
you have like a theme to it.
They're all going to be very much like the labels to our beard care products. So everything is the same color. It's not like we're all of a sudden going to make like black and gold labels to make them look fancy, because that wouldn't fit the rest of our theme. That would look like a Sphinx product or something. Right. But it's still going to have that Weatherbeard logo, the scent name, the notes, and then, the product type, what it is. Cabela's belongs in a Weatherbeard store.
How you doing, Aaron? Yeah, Cabela's belongs. I read that and I was like,
I could see Weatherbeard and REI. That would be so dope. But I just think that all the hoops that you have to jump through to get into a big franchise like that it's a lot of work. I don't think it's as easy as like, hey, you guys can just place a wholesale order with me and I'll ship it out. Gets a little more, but that would be cool. I mean, maybe like someday. I'll tell you what. I'll grow my company to the place that I feel comfortable selling it to a person that wants to deal with all that crap. And then you guys will see Weatherbeard in those stores. I'll sell it for a couple million. He can take it and then scale it nationally.
Aaron's got a question for you.
Have you ever thought about doing a sunscreen type of product? So I have never really thought, like, I've had people suggest to me sunscreens or even like bug repellents, because we are an outdoor themed brand, but that's never really crossed my mind because I just don't see there being enough of a demand for it. I don't think it's like, it would be one of those things for every 100 bottles of beard oil that I sell, I would sell 1 or 2 bug sprays, and it's like, why am I even doing this?
Yeah. When it's considered a grooming company that has an outdoor theme to it, doesn't mean like they're going to have outdoor products.
Right. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We are a men's grooming company, and those aren't really like grooming things to make you look, feel, and smell better. It's more of like a protective. Yeah. So.
Yeah. You think about like other companies with their themes, like with Copper John's, he sends you the little Copper John fly thing, but he's not selling like
fishing lures and baits and stuff. Yeah. For sure.
You don't have like, there's a Headbangers grooming company. They're not selling like guitar picks and drum pedals, stuff like that.
That is actually something really cool. I don't know if you guys, how many of you have been to Nate's website, Johnny Ray? He actually has an option where you can add like a Johnny Ray guitar pick to your order for like beard balms or mustache waxes. And then he has as like a separate item that you can just buy by itself. You can, like, there's a tab on his website. You can just buy a guitar pick.
You can
And I was
buy a
like, man,
guitar pick from Johnny Ray.
yeah, I'm like, that's pretty freaking cool, man. Like, it's really good to sell to people as an add-on to a beard balm or a mustache wax, especially people who aren't familiar with how to scrape it out with the thumb or like how to work it out, and they're just pressing it real hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that concept of having something like that. I have thought about adding in like small things that are just branded, like coffee mugs or keychains or things like that, like little things you could buy.
Little
More of an
accessory stuff.
Yeah.
Because I've seen a lot of companies that are grooming that sell like mustache waxes or some really strong balms that come with like a guitar pick to be able to scoop it out. I know Death Grip Wax, a lot of their stuff comes with a guitar pick to be able to, because that, I know their waxes are like fucking strong.
Yeah. So I've actually used it. I think that pine rosin actually irritates my skin. So when I would be putting it on, when it would rub this part of my lip, it would get so irritated and inflamed. I'm like, dang, bro, like this mustache wax sucks. But I was reading the ingredients and I'm like, oh, I bet it's this pine rosin because it's mainly like lanolin and beeswax.
Yep. And
I got another mustache wax. I actually bought a mustache wax from why is it West Y? I could like see Zach in my mind. I'm like, what is his company?
Zach.
Yeah.
West Y.
Yeah, West Y. So his was like a mustache wax I used that didn't irritate me. So I definitely think the pine rosin. But they are thick picks at Johnny Ray because it's got to be tough enough to go through a mustache wax without like folding in half, you know?
Yep. I know when I played guitar, I had to have a really thin pick to play as quick as I wanted to.
Yeah, you start strumming over those strings and it knocks it out of your hand if it's not flexible enough.
Yep.
Yeah, I played a lot of acoustic guitar, thick. Man.
Basic bass pick essentially.
Yep. Them big friggin' strings, man.
So you're doing spray colognes. You have solid colognes, don't you?
I used to. That was a big decision that we made last year, was to just go ahead and drop solid cologne. But I always had the intention of replacing it with a spray. But I didn't really time it all correctly. Like I should have probably continued to offer solid colognes up until the point that I release the sprays and say, hey, solids are going away now. But I was just like, one, I'm tired of making these things. But two, we wanted to go a different direction because the way that we were selling our solids were to our boutiques, our gift shops, our barber shops, and at craft shows where a lot of women were shopping in person and they're smelling everything. Right. Like, oh, that smells freaking good. That's such a novel idea, you know, like that's so cool. But online, like I would sell 2 solid colognes a month, you know, like maybe. So it's like, well, this is just really weird. So most of my demographic was where I was selling this product 50% off to barbershops and boutiques and gift shops. They were buying wholesale.
Okay.
So I'm like, do I really want to offer a product where the bulk of these sales are 50% margin? No.
Right.
And then I'm like, well, there's a couple of things about spray cologne. Spray cologne's more familiar. It's more sanitary at craft shows. People don't have to rub it to figure out how it works. Yep. They can spritz it, and then it creates a scent cloud at craft shows. So that's a nice benefit of it. Just people are more familiar. They know how it works. They know what to expect. It's a spray cologne, you know.
Familiarity is a very easy avenue.
Exactly. I think that the solid form just scared off a lot of people because they're like, is this waxy? Is it going to make me oily? Does the scent even last? There's like this big learning curve before somebody commits to giving you $20 or $25 for a solid cologne.
Yep.
But it's very common for people to drop, you know, $75 to $300 on a bottle of cologne that they really want. So I'm thinking, hey, if I price my stuff at $50 for a 50 ml bottle, And there's tons of companies out there that charge, $75 to $100, even more for that size. So I just wanted to introduce that. But like I said, I think there was just planning. I should have probably extended it for a couple months, phased out of them, like maybe now start clearancing them, because we're planning on having the cologne ready in about a month. But I just feel like also one thing that I plan on doing is if the 1.7 ounce, the 50 milliliters goes over really well, like we're popping off and selling them, and even my gift shops and stuff are buying and reselling, I plan on offering 100 milliliter, like a full size big boy cologne, where, you could get a 50 milliliter for $50, or you could get 100 milliliter for 85.
Well,
just get that higher ticket product on my website, but also something that if people really enjoy the way this spray cologne works, because then you're even branching out into, I can get these into the hands of just pure fragrance reviewers.
Right. Yeah. There are some out there that are big time. I think there's one that I follow on Instagram or on
Callie's
YouTube.
Groom Room.
Gent Sense.
Oh, Gent Sense. Yeah. I've seen his videos on YouTube too.
And he has a huge following for cologne stuff.
Absolutely. So if I could ever get my parfums into the hands of some fragrance reviewers, I could even start getting affiliates that are outside of the beard community. Because that's one thing that I didn't want to do. It's like, no offense to anybody who's not my affiliate. It's not that I'm not your friend. It's just that I want to have as few affiliates as I can so that they can get more of what they deserve. If everybody in the communities all got the code for the same thing and everybody's like, who do I choose? Everybody makes less.
Yep.
So I'm like, the less affiliates I have in this niche, the better that I can afford to treat them. I can pay them higher commissions, and I can treat them right, and try to get them the sales they deserve versus causing them to lose sales because 6 of the other affiliates are posting the same thing.
Yeah, I've noticed there's been a lot of companies in, especially the grooming, the men's grooming area, that have actually scaled their affiliates back to like a handful, if that, because of that reason. When you have 30 guys that all have a code, and we're such a small community the way it is.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, when somebody has a favorite, like reviewer or affiliate of a company, they're going to use,
they like their style the best or something.
They're going to use that person's code mostly because that's the one they're going to remember. And 2, it's their favorite one. They don't want to be like, okay, I wonder who else has one, and go and see if they can search somebody that has it. No, they're going to go to what they're familiar with and what they're quick, I got to order beard products today. Yep, I'll use this person's code because it's the one I've used for the last year or whatever.
Yep. Absolutely.
Ka-ching.
Cha-ching. I just picked up my phone. I was just trying to see if the volume was on, and that order came through. Let's see. That was actually a good-sized order, Mr. Oif Brewer, taking advantage of the sale, guys. He got 8 products. He got Arctic Command. He got Embered Nights Midnight Cruise in beard oil, Base Camp Butter, Base Camp Balm, Saddle Creek Butter, Saddle Creek Balm, and Saddle Creek Oil for $80.
There you go, Michael.
Bam. Thank you, brother. 8 products, $80.
$10 a pop, technically. I mean, you can't get a whole lot better.
That's right. Thank you for that order, though. I didn't just turn up my volume so everybody could hear that. That hasn't happened in a while. I was like, is my volume on? Today was a good day, and thanks to the couple of people who have placed orders, we're sitting at 9 orders for the day, which is a good day for us. We typically average on just a regular day anywhere between like 3 to 5 orders. So when we get closer to 10, that's cool. Little boost.
Yeah, that when you have a company or a business like a grooming company, there's a lot of small businesses that do it, that go through it. But there are days where it's like, I haven't had a single fucking order today.
Yeah. Yeah. Even me, like I'm 7.5 years into this, and I've had at least 2 days this year where I did not make a single sale all day. It'll be like, you had 128 visitors on your website and nobody felt like buying anything. It's like, why? But yeah, it's
Aaron, on here, no, I have not.
No,
Not
I
on
wouldn't.
here.
I wouldn't do that publicly.
No. I have heard him cuss before though.
I've
And
said
it is
words.
epic.
I've said words, and to some they would interpret it as bad language. We'll just say it that way. The toxicity from a game just brings it right out.
Just yeah. And it don't take much for me. So
Yeah. Because we're always our own worst critic. Like you make a mistake and you're just like fingers. Like it's just you're already sitting there clicking the mouse like you're just ready to let it go. Like
I bet Cory's had to mute me a few times even.
No, I get a kick out of it. I got your volume as loud as it can go. And then like we'll be playing a game and my wife's sitting here in the kitchen right next to me. And all of a sudden, like just a big loud cuss word comes through and she just cracks up. It's like you guys are having a good day gaming, huh?
No, we're not.
It's not good.
Oh, yeah. See that? I believe that 100%.
It is, man. It is. You can have days. It's so weird because your income is never the same, ever. Week to week, month to month, doesn't matter. There's no predictability with it at all.
Yeah, it's not I know what I'm getting paid every week.
Yeah, I mean, this week you might have a crazy week and you do like $7,000 and you're like, wow, holy crap, and then for the next 2 weeks you don't even make $2,000, and it's like
1 week you do 7,000 and 1 week you do 7.
Yeah. It seriously is like that though. You never know what the month is going to be like, and if you're having a bad month but you're running low on supplies and like things start running together and everything balances out somehow in the end. You definitely got to be smart with your money. The money that you do have, because it's really easy when you're having good months. You just like, oh yeah, I can buy all the things because I got the money in my account. And then you just taking money from your own self that you could be paying yourself and dumping it into, whatever, the newest product, the newest equipment, the newest course. So
whatever you feel like at the time.
You just start blowing that money because you see that you have it. So if you're, I actually implemented a system this year. It's called Profit First. And what normal business is your income minus your expenses equals your profit, right? So what I made minus what I had to use to keep it alive is the money that's mine. That's profit.
Right.
Profit First says income minus profit equals expenses. So what you do is every 2 weeks, I have every other Friday, I go in and I take all the money that goes into one bank account called income. I pay myself 30%. I put 15% of it in a tax account. I put 10% of it in a profit account. And then everything that's left is the money that I have access to buy things with. Okay. So I'm forcing myself to only spend 45% on my business expenses to keep it running. I got to have money to pay myself because I'm not leaving myself out of the equation. I'm going to pay me first. I'm going to set aside savings, which is profit. Then taxes, and everything that's left over is what I have to buy things with. So I need to be really smart about what I'm doing with that remaining 45%. Because again, big weeks, big payout. Hey, look at my operating expenses. I got a lot of money. But then the next 2 weeks, and nothing goes in there. And you're like, oh,
shit. What do I do?
Yeah. So just being financially responsible as an entrepreneur is just the hardest thing. You get, they call it bank balance accounting. It's how your brain just works. When I have more, I use more. And the guy in the book, he uses the example of toothpaste. He says, if you got a full tube of toothpaste, you'll really glob it on there and it's just big and thick. He said, but when you get down to the end, you're squeezing and pinching and rolling and folding and you're biting the cap and you're trying and you get just a little bit and you're happy that you had enough to brush your teeth with because you got to go get another one before you can brush your teeth again. So, you start getting really more creative on how to get that toothpaste out when there's not a lot to get.
Yep.
So he said we do the same thing with plates. You have a plate, big plate, you're going to put more food on it.
You have a tiny little saucer, you're going to put a
little bit of food. You might go back for seconds, but it's going to be another little portion,
Yep.
So it trains your brain because that's just how we are. When I have more, I'm going to spend more. That's why like some people, because they're not smart with money, they can become millionaires that go bankrupt.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's why so many
people money that I've got, I'm going to go blow the crap out of it like an idiot.
That's why so many people that have won the lottery that came from nothing blow it within a couple years.
Yeah.
Because and even like professional athletes that come from the hood and get a scholarship or get drafted into professional sports and they get their first big contract, it's all gone within the first year or two because they've never had that amount of money before. And now all of a sudden it's, I have all this money. I'm going to buy every fucking thing I've ever wanted.
Yep.
And it's all gone.
Yeah. It's like a sense of entitlement comes when you actually have some money in your hand.
Yep.
But it's the discipline, and that's why I like this system. This system takes my nature and it like puts it in subjection. It's like, no, you can't do that because you're doing the system, Mm-hmm. So you start to rethink how you hold on to and spend your money when it comes time to buy. You're like, do I really need to buy this many bottles right now to make it how long I need? Do I really need to get more fragrance right this second? Or can I like let something sell out for a bit? They say that if you split the world's wealth evenly, it would soon end up in some hands. The same hands.
In the same hands.
I got you. Yeah, that's some freaking next level stuff right there, Nate. You said that, and I didn't even understand what it meant the first time I read it. It was so eloquent.
Nate with the brilliance coming through.
That's right. But that is very true because the people that have the money for certain reasons, and the people that get the money and then don't have the money, it's all because of the way that their relationship with it.
Yep.
So yeah. It's funny. You got people like Mr. Beast or something who makes a ton of money and then gives it all away versus somebody who makes a lot of money, blows it all on themselves, and they have no money again. But yet Mr. Beast can give his money away and just keep making more money.
Just keep making more money.
It's just two sets of hands, So that guy's crazy. Hey, what's up, Tyson?
Hey, Tyson. How you doing, sir? I'm glad you could finally, give us some of your time.
Oh, yeah, for sure, man. For sure. I don't mind. I got all the time in the world around this time in the evening. I'm already done with my day's work, and I'm just usually up till 11 or 1 o'clock in the morning anyway. So we sleep late. we typically sleep in till like 9:30 to 10:30, which is why we're in the bed around like 1:30 sometimes. But it's kind of nice since I'm my own boss. I don't have to be at work early in the morning like I used to. But do I get to use codes or coupons whenever I buy supplies to make my products? Every now and then, like there will be discounts running, specials on certain stuff. Like I think actually just recently we bought some containers because for whatever reason they were like 14% off for the weekend. I'm like, hey, heck yeah, that's like, I don't know how many cents that adds up to, but we're saving money. Let's buy some.
You gotta try to be on the lookout for sales that the companies are having as a company, versus like an affiliate code type thing or something like that. Right.
Yeah. So it's very, very, very rare that companies that are selling you bottles or, fragrance or whatever, they're not going to run a whole lot of deals because they're already selling something to you as cheap as they possibly can so that you can take it and make a product that actually makes some money.
Yep.
So yeah, that's why 15 off 250 is the code at Bulk Apothecary. So if you go spend over $250 there, you can use that code all the time. It's like permanent. That's their permanent code.
So you get what, 15% or $15?
15%.
Okay.
Yeah, 15%, which really that racks up. You know, when you're a company, you buy $1,000 worth of stuff and then it's only $850. You're like, heck yeah, I just saved $150 because I had to buy these things just to operate, you know?
Yep.
So it adds up a lot more when you're spending more.
Yeah, the bigger the number you got going out there, the bigger the number comes back, and it can actually add up to be quite a bit.
Yes, sir.
Is that, like you said, that could be $150 that goes towards something else that you absolutely had to have, and if you didn't have that $150, you wouldn't be able to have that product or that ingredient or whatever it would be.
Exactly. I love what Nate just said. That's so true. That is so true. It's like every time you go to Bulk Apothecary, you're like, hey, do we need $250 worth of stuff? I think I'm going to add a couple more fragrances onto my order so I can spend $250.
I just want to get to that 250 mark. Just so
I want to add one bottle of fragrance so that I can save 15% and make that bottle of fragrance free. You know, like, heck
hey,
yeah,
even the grooming companies do it too. You got spend so much money and you get free shipping, or spend so much money and you get a free bottle of oil, or, you know,
I bet that if I were to put something on my website, like everybody that spends $75 automatically gets $10 off, you'd probably make a lot more $75 orders. Or if you had like a tiered system, spend 50, get 10 off, spend 75 and just leave it permanently. I mean, I did that. I think it was No Shave November in 21. I did spend so much, get this much as a gift card.
Okay.
Like the whole month long. I'm like, every order that you place, you get this much more money every time. So I forget where I was going with that. But yeah, having that tiered system and it always being there versus just running it as a promotion.
Yeah.
If you just left it like, hey, we have a $50, a $75, and $100 tier. And when you hit this, you automatically get this discount at checkout. But the thing is, if you had something like that, you couldn't really run any other codes.
No, you'd have.
That would be your codes. That's the only way you could save. So that would be really rough to do, plus having an affiliate.
I don't think you would be able to have them because unless you were to do something to where like it's stacked, then
it would have to be stackable codes. And I don't even think I know that Shopify allows it now from the maker side, but it's something we haven't done yet. Like, haven't tested it because I'm like, I don't want people stacking discounts, man. If I'm giving a discount, I'm giving a discount. I don't want to give you 3 discounts. I'm trying to make a living here.
I gotta make some money too, you know.
Right. So this is just something for the people that are still here. Like I said earlier, my wife and I, we pay ourselves 30% of whatever you spend. So next time that you place an order, say, hey, I just paid Cory $6. You know, him and his wife have $6 now because I bought a bottle of oil. That's 30% of 20. So
you bought him about 10 packs of ramen.
Yeah, I can now go. Yeah, I can get so much ramen. But yeah, that's how we do things. The 30% rule, it's been pretty cool. And that's how you'll know now. Every time you place an order, to say, all right, 30% of this means I just paid Cory this. Love it.
And if I will one day pay his house off.
Yeah. It's going to take a lot of products. It's just crazy because 45% of what I make goes into keeping the business open. 30% goes to me for doing the work. 10% goes into a savings account and 15% goes into taxes. So you get so little of the overall, the overall pie. I put it this way, just to give you like an easy number. I would have to sell $200,000 worth of beard products for my wife and I to be able to live off of $60,000 in a year. So that's why products cost what they do. And then anybody that wants to complain about it, I suggest that you go out, start a business that can generate $200,000 or more worth of sales and pay yourself while you're doing it. And then, then let me know how that goes for you.
And then you better give him the blueprint on how you did it too.
Yeah. Like what did you do to get there?
Share that wealth.
Absolutely. So that's my spiel.
So we are at that hour and a half mark. We're only going to go hour and a half. I have to go to the in-laws tomorrow. Yippee.
Yippee-ki-yay.
And then starting Monday, we're getting stuff out for spring and planting. So we're going to be getting tractor stuff set up and all that fun jazz. That's coming right around the corner.
Yep.
So I'm looking forward to that. I keep getting told that I need to get like a GoPro and live stream me out in the field. I really don't believe people want to see that because it's pretty damn boring.
Yeah, I was going to say that probably would be cool for just a minute, but it wouldn't stay entertaining for a long time.
No, because I look at it like this. My wife for a while there was watching like live streams of, it was like an eagle's nest, and they had a GoPro or a trail cam on a nest where the eggs were hatching, and it was basically everyday life 24/7 for these eagles. And there were like thousands of people watching it for hours.
You're like, what? Are you that bored?
You're half the majority of the time you're staring at a nest with an egg in it for hours. Now and then you would see one of the pairs fly in, sit there for a minute, and then fly off again. And see, like, how you doing, Deej? Well, my brother's in here. He's like, you definitely do not need to do that.
Yeah.
He's one of those, like, people don't need to know our business. Don't put it out there.
Right. For sure.
I mean, I wouldn't mind, like doing a 30-second clip of, see, like he gave me so much shit for that TikTok. When we were in the combine, actually I was in the tractor with the grain cart, but the grain cart blew a tire. So I was riding around with him while we were waiting for it to get replaced. And we were offloading, and I was just filming a little bit of it for that fucking corn thing.
Yeah,
that
it's
viral
corn.
song. Yeah.
Yeah, it's corn.
And I was filming that, and I look at him, and he's staring at me like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" And I'm like, "Hey, it's just this little thing," and he's just like, "I don't give a shit. I don't want to fucking hear it."
Right. Dang. It's been a while. That corn kid just like he disappeared. Like that trend went whoop, gone.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was just a quick 15 seconds of fame thing.
The Island Boys and all that stuff. Just it's crazy how just trends just come and go so fast.
Very fast.
But I mean they're so impactful. Like it's a trend, but it's like everybody in the whole freaking world knows about this thing that's happening, and then it's just gone.
And then it disappears. Yep. That's
crazy, Thousands and thousands of comments of people all over the world like, it's calm. Oh my God, it's calm.
And then all of a sudden, nobody gave a shit whatsoever. Yeah. What are you talking about?
What's the new thing,
You don't have to pull dad on me, Deej. Come on now. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind doing, like little 30-second clips of, getting some stuff out or doing a little bit of digging or something, but I could not do the live stream for the 8 to 10 hours that I'm out there driving back and forth, digging.
Yeah,
No.
definitely not.
Hey, Shauna, thanks for stopping in.
Hey.
I met her actually on TikTok, kind of in the Norse pagan world that I am in over there.
Mm-hmm.
She's a content creator that does like different cosplays and stuff. She's really fucking good at it.
That's awesome, man. It reminds me of like my old school gaming days. You know, we would go to we had this gaming place we went to that was called OMG Con. It was in Paducah, Kentucky, and cosplayers everywhere. It was really, really freaking cool. Some of them you're like, wow, dude, like that took a lot of time to do that.
Some of them, I know, like the Comic-Con and the cosplayers that go to some of those things, they spend months and months building their whatever the suit that they're gonna wear or anything like that. I know some of them take years to build the stuff.
Yeah, it's insane. Dedication, man.
Mm-hmm. Fuck you, Cory. He's been on my ass about making reels, and I've been giving him shit about it. Oh, now you want to? Fuck you, Cory.
Oh man.
Yep, it was.
Thanks, Ellie.
It's been a good night.
Ellie got some beard oil for free and a beard butter.
She got a beard butter and a beard oil.
Mm-hmm. She got the butter, unscented, and an Embered Nights oil. Oil was free because she used the code BOTN at weatherbeardsupply.com.
Yes. Good till midnight tonight.
That's right. Yeah, I can imagine.
Exactly.
You know, when you're trying to dress up as Optimus Prime, that's not easy.
Especially if you want to do it to where it's a scale of like that actually looks real. You know?
Yeah.
Not just cardboard cutout.
There you go, Aldemir. I turned my ring light off.
What's up, Aldemir?
Too much glare. What are you talking about? That's funny. Oh, nice, Michael. Embered Nights is fire. My wife loves it when I wear it. So get this, Dan. This morning, I played a game of League before I went to the shop. I was on a team with a guy who's in the bot lane. His name was Mustache. So I just asked the question. I was like, hey, do you have a mustache? Because I own a beard care company. My top laner was like, no way, dude, for real? He's like, I need some beard oil. So after the game in the lobby, I added this dude. He's like, do you ship to Canada? I'm like, yeah, I ship to Canada. I gave him a discount code because they got to eat it in shipping. So I gave him a code. I was like, these are some of our most popular scents. And he said, oh, Embered Night sounds amazing. He's like a spiced vanilla tobacco. He's like, yeah, I'm definitely getting that one. And then all of a sudden my phone goes off, cha-ching, from Canada. I'm like, yo, I just sold a product to a person I play video games
from fucking League.
From League. I've actually done that, I would say maybe about 5 times. The last time I did it, there was a girl on my team, and she, I said something about a beard care company in the beginning of the chat, and she's like, hey, can you give me a link to your website? She said, I want to get something for my boyfriend. And then she added me as a friend, joined a match so she could voice chat me. She's like, so like, what would you recommend? You know, I don't know. Like, so I actually talked her through the buying process and like why you need to get him this. She ended up getting him a sample kit and used a code that I gave her. I think at the time I was like League 25. I was like, anybody I meet on League gets 25% off at my website because that's my deal for them.
Right.
And I could track sales that way too. I'd be like, hey, every time I get a League 25, I know where that person came from.
You know where it came from. Yep.
But yeah, it's just crazy. That I ended up adding all these people, and then they stay on my friends list. And anytime they're gonna buy again, they're like, "Hey, I'm about to buy this thing. What do you think? Do you like it?" And I'm like, "That's just so cool."
The only comment I've ever gotten on League for my name, but how long is the beard?
How long is the beard? Okay.
That's the comment I got, and I said it's down to my nipples. And
we're nipple deep, baby.
And all I get back is interesting. And then they were quiet the whole rest of the game.
Very nice. How much? Wow, wow, wee woo.
You don't have to have a beard to be in here and hang out for a while. This is a stream where we just sit here and bullshit.
Yeah.
Every now and then we talk about beard stuff.
Yeah. And I mean, hey, Shauna, if you want to, you can go to weatherbeardsupply.com, get yourself 2 bottles of beard oil. One of them will be free, and you can put it in your hair and on your skin as a facial toner. You can use it as an aftershave when you get out the shower. Slather it on there. You know, it's good for everything. So
it's good for women just as much as it's good for men. It's not just for the beard.
Ellie uses it. See, she says she loves Ember Nights. You can get a butter and use it like a body butter.
Ellie uses it. My wife actually uses it for like in an oil diffuser for throughout the house. Except she's been using Sean's 8-bit party, so the whole fucking house smells like cake.
Everything smells like cake and soda. Darn you.
Oh no. Because the next step is when it's down to my cock. And then I am really excited to use that.
He's going to keep growing it just so we can say that one day.
Exactly.
Like, at least I'm being honest. I plan to keep that in mind, though, closer to Christmas for 2 of my brothers. Well, there you go.
See?
That'd be really cool. Yeah, save my website. It's weatherbeardsupply.com. Give it all a look. Don't let any of these other companies that are in here tell you that their stuff is better. Oh, my.
There's so many out there that your options are pretty much limitless.
Pretty much. I mean, you could drop a cool 10 grand just on companies in this little community here we got.
Yeah. I mean, I have so much shit. So much. There's this whole thing here, up there, down there. Same thing on this side. I have another shelf over here that's 5 tiers. That's full of shit. Yeah, I've got stuff sitting on my stairs that needs to come down here. I've got stuff up in my bathroom. I've got stuff sitting on my side table right now that I got today.
Man,
it's ridiculous.
That's pretty crazy, man. You ought to see if hoarders will come out to your house and check you out. Oh my Lord, I can barely step around this house. All these beard oils.
All these beard oils everywhere.
There's dead cats under these beard oils.
Wiley, every time I get excited to use it for anything.
I mean, come on.
Do you keep the frequently used oils in the bathroom? It depends. I do a lot of testing for reviews. I've been doing a lot more of it lately, but when I was kind of out of doing the reviews there for a while, I basically kept like 3, and they were the mainstays. But if I wanted to try something, or if I felt like, you know what, I feel like going with this today, or I come down and kind of have a look around, go through my whole, shop of shit that I have, and I'd grab it, use it for a couple days, then bring it back down and trade it out. But I had like my 3-4 times a week stuff stays in the bathroom.
Yep. As of recently, I've really I've used up a lot of my collection, and I'm really focusing on just using Johnny Ray products, Grindstone, and 8-Bit, because those are the guys that are helping me every day to better my business. Not that nobody else has ever helped me or anything, and not that nobody else's products work for me, but those are kind of the ones that I'm keeping as my regular rotation. And then whenever I want to try something that's out of the ordinary, just grab another one and then get back into that rotation. So.
See, Carrie, I set an alarm to be here tonight on time because I did fall asleep on the couch. So
Yeah, I fully support those brands, Mark. I would suggest that you just go to their website and get one bottle of beard oil from each one of those companies the next couple of weeks. Drop $20 a week. Get one oil from all three of those companies. Johnny Ray, 8-Bit, and Grindstone. They all work really well for me. And they're my friends. I fully support them. So.
My brother has a beard. He could have a amazing beard if he would let it grow out, but he has a shorter business beard type. Maybe a little bit shorter than yours.
Okay.
And he does not use products whatsoever.
Oh,
he's
my
one
heart,
of those.
Man,
He doesn't believe in using them. I actually
come on, bro.
I gave him a bottle and he's never used it. And
DJ, I'm telling you, man. All right. I've owned a business in this industry for 7.5 years. So that goes to show you that if I can make a full-time income, my wife and I can live off the money from selling beard oils. They do something for the people that are receiving them that they really like. So it's definitely beneficial. And the thing is, you've had this talk with him. It's literally, boop. That's it, man. You're done.
That's too much for him.
That's it. You're literally the hands to the face when you're out of the shower. It's so easy. It's like the lowest maintenance thing. Like if you have hair, it's going to take you more effort to comb your hair than it does to put on a beard oil. It's very low effort. So. Mary Kay exists too.
He's just I think he is opposed to it just to spite me.
Yeah. I wanted so bad to be able to pull up It's a Man's World and play just the little loop from that song. Just that's your brother. It's a man's world, baby. That's his theme song. He just walks around and that just plays around him.
Yep.
I don't use beard oil. It's a man's world, baby. Wait, Bob Ross makes money? Who knew? Yeah, I make a little bit and then I give a bunch of it to the government. So
that's the story of everybody.
Yeah, boy. But yeah, we make enough money to live on it. We're not making enough money to be like, oh my God, we have all brand new cars in the new house and look at all of our things,
That's a special kind of fuck you money. We were talking about that at the car dealership today when me and Deej with the guy that we were doing it with. So it takes a special kind of fuck you money to spend it on that type of shit.
Yeah. I'll buy from Bob Ross just to spite Dan. That's so funny.
Well, hey, Deej, if you want to, you can go to his site right now.
Yeah.
Pick something up and you can get, for every product you buy, you get a free beard oil.
That's right. The only things that you can't get combs or soaps, but oil, balm, butter, wash, conditioner, sample kit, any of those products, you can buy one of those, add an oil to your cart, use BOTN, and the oil will be free.
Yep. So if you really want to spite me,
you just buy 2 oils and use that code, and then now you got 2 oils for the price of 1.
There you go.
Make it simple. You don't want to get complicated and have him start having to use butter. Then he's got to dig his finger into it, for crying out loud. No, I'm saying you can't buy a comb and then get a free oil. You can buy a
comb. You can buy a comb if you want,
but you just won't get the free oil code with it. So.
Ah, shit.
Go get yourself a carbon fiber man comb, okay?
Yep. The best kind of comb out there.
It's a tactical, practical, everyday carry comb, okay? It's reinforced with Kevlar. It's made from real bear hide. It's the most manly comb in the freaking world. I use styling paste. I'm not an animal. That's fun.
Yeah, he does have he does like he really likes to like style his hair
Yeah,
because he does like a high and tight fade
got you. Must
and
be nice. I don't have anything to fade.
so he really likes that stuff. I mean, he was going to a barber before I was, so
Gotcha. So if he's got a high and tight, I've got a low and lame. Yeah.
it's actually not whalebone, it's oxhorn.
Whalebone. They got it from an actual whale's rib, man. Oh my goodness.
I have an oxhorn comb, but I do not have whalebone. I know where I could get a whalebone one, but it's ridiculously expensive.
Wow.
And
I didn't even know that was a thing, but I can imagine, you know.
and to have an actual whalebone comb, I don't really want to spend like I think it was like $120.
It's crazy how much value that whales are bringing to the world, man. Their vomit, you know, they get that ambergris out of it, and they make cologne out of that freaking whale vomit. How crazy is that?
Yeah, when I learned that, I was like, you're shitting me.
Yeah, I'm like, dang. I thought somebody was playing, but it's like all over the internet. Like, no, this is how they get it. And it's like, what? Who got that freaking idea? Like, let's get some of that vomit and extract it and see what the chemical components are. Oh, it's got this ambergris in here. That's a lovely smell.
Well,
let's bottle it up, John.
There's a lot of scents used like musk.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
mm-hmm.
Good musk comes from a deer.
Yep.
A gland on a deer.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the emu and bird, you know, ostrich oil come from those birds. And I think, is it like the rendered down fat or something?
Rendered fat. Yeah, you're putting ostrich fat on your face.
Yeah. So,
yeah, boy.
Oh yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah.
I'd have a hard time if I'm putting that on my face going, I am putting whale puke on my face.
Yeah, buddy. Bob Ross, wait till you find out that beaver gland excrement smells and tastes like vanilla. And yeah. I've heard some of that stuff too. It's crazy, man.
Yep, there's a whole lot of...
I don't know if it was a rumor. I never really looked into it, but they said that they use horses in glue.
Yeah, that was a real thing.
Like, what?
Mm-hmm.
Scooby-Doo. Oh, we went to Talkeetna. Okay. Alaska. Some vendor started showing my mom this one item, and he's like, it's made from a whale penis.
There was a show that my wife was watching where this guy had an actual business where he was making walking canes out of bullcock.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And
wow.
He was trying to expand to golf clubs.
Oh my goodness, man.
Where the guy actually took bullcock, stretched it out, like put it in like epoxy or something to harden it so that it would be sturdy.
That's so crazy. Wow.
Yeah. The interesting things you get to learn on the Longhouse.
Absolutely interesting.
On that note, we're at almost 2 hours. We were gonna cut it off almost an hour ago.
It's all good. We were just talking, man.
Yeah. But yeah. Tomorrow, in-laws, Easter stuff. Monday, Tuesday, be working with Deej and getting the tractors and stuff ready to go. And that's pretty much what I got until my next episode of the Longhouse.
Nice, man. Yeah. I don't have a whole lot going on either. Like I said, we do have like individual beard oil samples coming up next week and probably sometime next month, cologne. That's about it.
You guys whine and bitch so much. And then you got Carrie over here and a reel to do.
Yeah.
Oh, one last time. Until midnight, everybody. BOTN. Any product you buy on Weatherbeard, you can get a free oil with it if you use
Free
the code
oil with it.
BOTN.
That's right. BOTN, Beard of the North.
So about an hour left.
Yes, sir.
So until the next episode of the Longhouse, I appreciate everybody that came and hung out with us tonight. Learned a little bit about Cory. Learned a little bit about Bullcock. So till next time, we'll see y'all later.